Good morning, my friends. Happy Wednesday. So, I think I'm all ready to paint this morning. I'm going to paint tulips that I just bought at market. Good morning, Micah. Michael. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Hi, Jackie. Hi, Irma. Nice to see everybody. Good morning, Anita. I sent you an email. So, I can't remember. I think I might have painted tulips last week. I can't remember. I always say I could paint the same thing over and over again and never get bored. Sometimes I do paint the same painting twice and I don't even know I already painted it. Isn't that crazy? I guess because each one is a whole different journey. I have no idea what I painted last week, and it doesn't really matter, does it? I was going to look and I ran out of time. So that is what's going to happen. I went with my friend to, I'll show you. I went with my friend to, got this fancy new light, and it puts little dots there. It's always a problem, isn't there? Let's see. That's good. That still keeps it lit well for you to see. I do like this new light. It clips on over here. It's called Accurate, A-C-U-R-I-T. But I got it because I'm going to be painting live on Saturday night for a fundraising event for our local Waldorf school. And so I'll be set up at a fancy event, and I need to have a light over my easel so that the whole room won't be lit. Anyway. I'm going to paint these tulips. I bought them at Trader Joe's last weekend. And now that I see them, I realize I didn't even look at their progress yesterday to see how they're doing, because I have them, where I always put them by my window in my living room against that kind of elephant-colored wall. So anyway, I'm off task already this morning. So I need to mix reds and greens, that kind of cool, that purpley, brownish, grayish color in the background, and then something for my shadows and down in here. So it's pretty simple. I already have my colors out, so I'm going to put this in the little folder here. Hopefully it's set up okay. I was kind of getting ready. I have inspiring art also today. So I have to have all my things kind of ready. Shoot. I feel like this light's not, this light's in a position for inspiring art. So you can see that, right? I just have to pay attention to, because I can't really move this over. Yeah, that'll work. I just have to mix my colors above here. I'm just giving myself a visual reference. Okay. This ugly thing out of the way. Okay. So I need to mix some reds and greens and some neutral colors. And I won't be able to read comments until because I have it in a holder above where I can read. Well, no, I might be able to read. Okay. So the red, it's like kind of a true red. I want to mix my shadow area of the red first, which is red, but I have a little bit of transparent brown up here. And I'm going to clean my palette knife off and get some. This is permanent rose, and this is perylene red. I'm going to put some of that in here too. That's a little dark, but it is good to have a little bit of a dark. I'm going to keep that, pull it down here, and put some more of this perylene red in it. Yeah, that looks better. But it's good to have the very, very dark, to have a little hint of darkness too. Perylene. I'll do a little permanent rose and a little bit of this cadmium orange in there. Ooh, that's very nice. Love it. All right. That's right on where I need to be. I'll add, I feel like I need to keep it in the same value, but make it a little more pink. And I want to kind of desaturate a little bit. So I'm going to put a little bit of this violet that I have over here. Because the shadow side of the tulips, yeah, I could put a little bit more in there. I'm really trying to learn to see color more than I ever have. It's quite a thing to learn. It's funny, you think you see color, and the more you look at something, the more colors are in it than you ever imagined. Now, value-wise, it's probably about here. Yeah, that's nice for the shadow side. Now, I also want to lighten that a little bit, so I'll put a little bit more of this violet. And it's pretty warm. I'm going to clean my palette knife off and get a little bit of this shiprock color. Because I want to keep it kind of in that tone, but make it a little bit lighter without adding white. Because white will make it too chalky. That's nice. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so what I need to do now is, I'm just going to wipe this a little bit and get more of the red. I need to go lighter now for the light side of that main tulip. It's kind of orangey. I'll put this warm white in there and see what we get. That's too orange. So I'll add more. I'm just going to put all that red in there. You can see what I'm doing, right? Yeah. That's a little, I'm going to add a little bit of permanent rose in there. Keep some of that right here. And lighten that even more. Am I going to put white in there? I'm going to put a little bit of violet and a little bit of white. See what we get. Color mixing. There's a lot of guessing and playing and sometimes even scraping off and starting over. I think I want a little more pink. I like that. Put that there. And then lighten that even more. I am going to get a little bit of radiant pink here on my palette. Because why not? Oh, that's nice. Could lighten that a little bit more. Put white in there. Kind of a funky color, but yeah, I like that. I think that works. And now I'll lighten it just a little more with this pink and more white. That's a lot of colors for a few little flowers, but we'll see. Sometimes I mix more in between colors than I actually need. I'm going to clean my palette knife off. Now we'll do some greens. So we really need darkest of greens. I have a little bit of color there on my palette knife, but that's okay. So that just desaturates it to have the opposite red in there. I'm gonna lighten that. That's really nice. A little lighter. A little lighter. Oh, I love it. All right, that's good. Now I can lighten that even more. Oh, that's good. Now they look very similar. I'm going to lighten that some more. Put this in there. That color looked too close in value to the color next to it. I like to have a little bit bigger jump in value. Put that there, and then just for fun, I'm going to put just a dab of blue in there. Just for a little something fun. I love that too. Didn't actually get lighter, but I love that color. And now I need like my kind of purpley background. Good morning, Bonnie. What colors do you use for your greens? I have sap green is my favorite, and this one's called Corbett or Corbet. I'm not sure. Let me see if I hear it. Corbet or Corbett. I think it's Corbet because it's probably a French word. Corbet green. It's a nice, really deep green, and you could mix that. You just mix like sap green with a little blue and maybe a little red, like just all your darkest darks to get to that. It's almost kind of a blackish green, but you know, sometimes it's nice to have the color. Just pull it out there and you don't have to mix it. Well, that's really purple, isn't it? I might have to get more something out here. I might need, that's so violet. You know, it's not that far off. I'm going to put a little bit of brown in there and see what happens. I was going to get some shiprock out, but I don't think I need it. I kind of like this more than I thought I was going to. Shiprock, that's not what I meant. But, no, wait, where is my shiprock? Maybe that means I need a little more shiprock out here. I don't know where I put it. Yikes. Well, oh, here it is, right in front of me. Right in front of me. Now that'll light a little bit. Maybe I'll keep that and just add to it. So maybe we'll keep some of that. Do this. So we have a couple of values of that. Yeah, that's nice. Still not quite mixed. I think I keep picking up colors from underneath there. Okay, that's good. Now a little more of the shadowy area. Has a little more pink in it. Say, not that much pink. So that got very pink, even though I see pinks in the shadows. I don't want it to be that pink. So I'm going to add a little bit of green since red and green are complementary colors. Let's see what starts to happen to that. I need more because sap green is very transparent, so you need a lot of it to shift other colors. That's still a little too pink. Can you see what I'm doing? I think my a little brown. That's really not, doesn't logically make sense to me that that's the right color, but I don't dislike it, so I'm going to keep that. And some white, I think. I'm running out of room for you to see, right? Oh, that's nice. And then a little more white, or a lot more white. So I'm cleaning this off. Sorry if you can't see below the words there. Oop, I got red underneath there. I'd like that to be a little cooler, so I'll put that purple in there. I'm going to pick up the red, which warms it. I like that. All right, I think we're good. Let's see how this does for us. Pull it out very gracefully. Put it back here where it belongs. Okay, I did that a little more gracefully than I often do. Good morning, Emerson. How are you? Ready for school? Oh, yeah, I know, Ellen, I'm sorry. I couldn't because it was in that holder and I couldn't move it. I know. I knew it was kind of in the wrong spot. I was ready for inspiring art today, not for this. So I think I'm going to do a full background of pink. That might be a little reckless crazy, but why not? I'm going to try and be real reckless crazy this morning because I feel like it. Or should I do true to color? No, let's do this. Let's be crazy. It's much more fun than not, right? Can you see? Yeah, you can see everything. I have my palette a little close to me. I was doing a wedding portrait commission, and it was very... I try not to get lost in the weeds with things like that and get into the details, but it's so hard not to. So I have my whole easel pushed toward me. Closer than normal, I should have pushed it back. I try to keep it further back so that I don't get as detailed on things, but that's hard. Looking forward to Inspiring Art Collective at noon today. Thank you, Ellen. Me too. I think I'm ready. Let's just be messy with that. Figure out where the flowers are going to go, and then I'll do pigment sticks. So the star of the show is really right here. I could add a little more pink in there. There's some light in here, and it's actually looking at my grid behind there. It's hard to see. Keep it loose and messy. I love it. I always say sometimes the messier my start is, or my base painting, the more fun the painting turns out to be. Getting another paper towel, and then I'll get out my pigment sticks. So this there, and then we have this very cool bud right here. I also love. All right, you can already see it kind of taking form. It's nice and messy. I'm getting out my pigment sticks. Need a sip of my coffee. Where's everybody watching from today? Morning, Ellen. I'm cleaning my pigment sticks. It has a little bit of a film on there. I have to clean it off with my paper towel. South Australia. What time is it in South Australia? I love when people listen from far away. Sarah's in Minnesota, Texas. Bonnie's in New Jersey. Not in Rehoboth. Looks fun. What color is that stick? Oh, which one? Allie's in Queens. Well, this was malachite green. I love that color. And the other one was iridescent gold. I always know there's a delay. I don't know who delays me or you, but it's sticking because I had other pigment stick there. reds are. I have my blue. You're welcome. That's enough of that. I just need a little bit of green. How do you keep it so that they don't dry? Oh, I have it in a little bin here. They do dry out a little bit, but I'll show you in a second. They do dry. I'll show you my little trick. Because they come in little tubes, but the tubes are cumbersome. I don't think you're really supposed to keep them in the tubes. That looks sufficiently fun, right? Okay. So I have them in a little plastic container. I have a few too many in here because I took them to a workshop when I was teaching, and then I end up not cleaning them out. But it's just a little plastic container. And keeping that lid on there, it does help keep them. It's pretty, isn't it? Love it. How long? Love how you use those sticks. Beautiful mark making. Yes, I agree. That's what I love about them. They are fun mark making. All right, so I usually start with my darks. Should probably be some of my green areas. I'm going to try to keep it spontaneous, like I always say. Easier said than done. Try not to put down brush strokes and fuss with them, just to let them put them in their place and let them go. Easier said than done. It's a funny phrase, isn't it? It's a vintage thing to say. Somebody's writing here. Art by Squid, thank you. I usually keep them in the tubes, and they always, yes, and then they get stuck in the tubes. That's the worst. Then you have to cut them out of there. It's dangerous. In South Australia. Wow, what time is it in South Australia? Isn't that the whole opposite? So you're probably having dinner time. Right? You couldn't get them out. Yeah, me too. Ugh. And they're expensive to have them stuck in the tubes and not be able to get them out. I mean, you can use an X-Acto knife and get them out, but it's not an easy thing to do. And I'm kind of a pro at an X-Acto blade. It's still challenging. Just adding in those darks really gives you a sense of what's happening. And I love looking through the lens here. Good morning, Emily. I can see it evolving already. Love that. I wonder if I need darker in the back. I don't know. I think I'm going to try and make this work. Just don't know if I made enough of this funky purple, but we'll see. I do love it. It's always important to mix enough paint, because if you're painting something and then you run out, it is hard to match it. I mean, it takes a lot of experience and it's good practice to try to match it, but it's nice not to have to do that. I miss what the sticks are, sorry. Yeah, they come in tubes. They are called, here, let me get a fresh one out of my other container. They're called, my brain never works early in the morning. So this is how they come. They're called R&F pigment sticks. So I have it like an Amazon shop with some of my favorite ones. The link's in my bio here on Instagram with my favorite colors. But yeah, this is how they come. So you take them out of the tube, and you can keep them in here, and they come right out. But like if this starts to get wet and you put them in there, or it's, you know, it's wrapped in plastic now, it gets stuck in there, and then it's hard to get them out. Here's one out of the tube with the plastic. I didn't pull it off yet. I always have a lot of these because I use them when I teach. They're fun. Oh, no, it didn't close. Hold on a minute. My thing didn't close right. And if I don't close it, I won't ever remember to come back and do it later. Oh, I'm using the Trekell Spectrum 3000 Be Bright brush. Look for them here in South Africa. Yeah, I can't remember if you can get them there or not. I don't know. I know sometimes it is harder to get some things. I mean, you have things we don't have. Good morning. Okay, so we have a long one right over there. Oh, I got green there that I didn't want. Right, I like that. I'm finding this light a little distracting. Now I'll push it back a little bit. It's funny, when I'm painting, I feel like I almost have to have it really dark for you not to be seeing like the light, and then it's so dark that I can't see what I'm doing. It's really weird that that's how it works. Got to see where this vase side is. There. And the other side of it. It is harder when I lose my grid. I really do rely on that to be able to see what I'm doing. That little bit of shadow, I don't know what, oh, it's probably the shadow of the vase over here, and this is the shadow of the wall because the light's coming in this way. I just want to hint at this. Looks neat. Okay, and there's a little bit more of this darker. Actually goes all the way down to here. Love those mix of colors in there. I don't know, I'll show you when I'm up, but I can see a little bit of the green, the violet, the purple. I love all those just hints of color showing through. This is the now I can go a little lighter. I want to do it without losing all those pops of color. Okay. This is right there. We have one there. All right, let me think here for a minute. I could work on some of my darker reds just to get them kind of mapped in here. because you need to have the dark darks and the light lights to give it depth. That's one of the darker. This is darker in here. That's good. That's giving it depth. And dark there, and then this cute little bud back here. And there's a hint of one right there. So now where am I going? Some more darker greens. So this leaf here is pretty dark. So my goal is to keep it simple, keep it looking simple and feeling simple, but still feeling like what it is. And there's a shadow right there. It's darker, and then I'll do the light side. I want to get rid of that pink. And then this. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So what's everybody having today? Coffee or tea? Kim, you have the grid on your iPad. How do you keep track of it on your canvas? Bonnie, it's disappeared. But in the beginning, I can see it. I have it on there very lightly. So when I start, it's totally there and I can see what I'm doing. But by now, I don't see it at all. You just have to wing it then, which is where you learn the most, is by not having the grid. But this is all kind of chai tea. I never learned to like chai tea. I should try it again. Coffee. I'm having my coffee. It's not gone yet. Sometimes when I paint on Wednesday mornings, my coffee's gone by now, but I still have some. Very glad. I'm having passion tazo tea, my favorite in the morning. I should try that. I'm trying to find a tea to like. Coffee. That little pencil in your easel is making my day. My day. What is a studio with those little stubs floating around? I know, especially with that little... I've painted this pencil many times. Excuse me. And I still do use it. But I don't use it because I won't be able to sharpen it pretty soon. But yeah, it's my favorite, this itty bitty pencil. Reminds me of my childhood, right? Always were drawing with little stubs of things. All right, I'm trying to do something here and I'm fussing with it. I don't want to fuss. Stop fussing. Just put down that brush stroke and leave it. I want to let more pops of color show through. And it's a little bit drying already. I don't know, is that background too busy looking? I don't hate it. It's a little stripy. So let me stripey it a little, or make it a little, I don't know what I'm doing, but it was a little too stripey. But over here, this needs to... Sometimes the spontaneous part of what I'm trying to hold on to is hard for me to do. Like I want to go in and do details, but I don't want the details. Okay. I think... No, I like it. I don't need to fuss with that background anymore. I love your painted. Thank you, Allie. I do love the painted pencils. Ditto. Oh, I missed a lot here. Pencil stubs are still a prized pencil and element. Oh, are they? I love that. They should be. Pencil stubs are the best. Well-loved pencil. Yes, I love a well-loved pencil. A little bit of that bright red in there. You know, this is distracting me here. I think it needs to be unpinked, maybe. Maybe it's just too pink. Something about it is bothering me. So let's go in and change it a little bit. I think it's... Is that better? I don't know. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Just something about that was bothering me. All right, and now I think I could soon start working on some of my lightest lights, but I feel like I'm avoiding that right now. So you have to think about what you're avoiding, because it's something in your painting that you're kind of afraid to dive into. But it's good to recognize it. Now that's supposed to break that line, so I've got to bring that bud down to break. I don't want it to be what am I saying? I want this bud, like I took the photo very intentionally so that bud breaks that line. So I need a little bit more of a desaturated green to break that line there. Could go a little lighter. Oh, I didn't have the right angle on my brush. Oh, I like that. It's spontaneous. I think I need one of my greens to just go a little more blue in here. That's fun. And that added a little bit of interest too. That's something we were doing in Inspiring Art, was playing around with analogous colors on the color wheel, which helps shift your colors or helps add interest when you use, so that adding that blue in there added some interest to that, because it's an analogous color. It's next to the other one on the color wheel. Too much pink showing here. Close that up. lighter here. And then this, get a little more of that. Yeah, that looks good. Spontaneous color with intentional brush strokes. Always my goal, Susan. Always my challenge. Yeah, why is it to get back to being able to paint like when you're young, like a child, spontaneously is so hard. We just learn too many rules maybe in life. We think we're supposed to follow. Just joined from Sydney. I missed the whole show. Not finished yet. What time is it? 8:42. I got to keep moving, huh? Well, welcome. Better late than never. I like all these colors in here. I don't want to touch that anymore. I like how this looks. So it's partly, once you get to this point of letting the painting tell me what it wants, like, if that makes any sense. I want to be letting it evolve now without trying to control it too much. Like, look for little bits, but not almost looking at the painting more than the reference. Maybe that's what I'm saying. So that it kind of evolves on its own without me trying to control it too much. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, I see. I don't have this. Oh, that got a little messy right there. Now, wait, let me clean that off if I can. It's got a little darker than I wanted it to. So I'm just going to go in here with my scraper tool. I'll do that in a couple other spots too, where I really want my lightest lights to live. There's this little bud here that I'm kind of missing. Oh, I got a little big. All right. All right. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Yeah, I will post. I have all my, I've been doing this for over 5 years. I know Ellen was here in the very beginning. One day I even went live and no one showed up and I couldn't figure out why. And here Ellen told me I was on my personal Instagram page, not my professional one. And back then it was so stressful. Like, I don't know. That's the blessing and the curse of Instagram. You don't have reach. I don't have reach anymore, really. Like, you don't see feed of the people that you want to see unless you comment, like, and interact with it, because it will just send you feed of ads or what it thinks you want to see. But anyway, back then I was trying so hard to grow my channel and working so hard. I mean, I went live on the wrong thing. Not the worst problem in the world, right? Oh, scraper. I always forget how, yes, that gave me those pops that I seem to have lost along the way. And you can always just add those little spaces back in with the scraper. So my friend Beth Bathe, who she lives near me, well, not too close, but close enough. She did a live painting demo on, gosh, I keep forgetting what it's called. I don't know. I'll put it in my, I don't know. I can't think of it right now. Art School Live, it's called, on Monday. And I went and filmed her painting. And she calls it a reductive method. She works completely with the scraper. Like, she'll put down the colors in the background of, I think I'm fussing with this too much. Is it losing its spontaneity? I found you, and you connected the trajectory. Yes, you did, Ellen. You helped me with that. I think I'm talking too much. I'm not thinking. Need some of that more kind of purpley light. Anyway, I filmed her doing her reductive method of painting, which is really fun to watch. So that will get me using my scraper again for a while, because after I watch her do it, I want to do it myself. She's always doing, I'm like, oh, that looks like so much fun. Okay. Now I need to look at what I want to do here. So this needs softened. It is nice to be able to look through the viewfinder and see what you're looking at. I think I need a little bit of lighter green happening. And then this is the part too where I have to go in and add things, but not add too much that I lose the background sexiness. So I'm going to just mix. I'm going to take my lightest green that I had and add a little bit of white into it. If I can find it, because I need light greens. I think it's close to finished, because I'm going to start to go past go past what I want it to be. I'm going to start to lose its spontaneousness. Do you feel like the background's too pink or purple? Well, let's put some greens in here and then we'll decide. Yeah, that's the spontaneity I was going for, is letting it be a little too pink or purple. Now you can see how that's a little bit of what we were missing, is that that kind of lightest light in the a lot of that's in shadow. So I don't want to go too light over there, but we do have a nice little something in there. Good morning, Madeline. How are you? All right. See anything that I'm missing? I'm thinking right now. Squinting at it. thinking, do I have my darkest darks in there? Enough of them. Do I have enough lightest lights? Enough definition to describe what I'm trying to do here without saying too much. And do I feel like it's too, excuse me, pink? Or too pink and purple? Or do I like that? Do I have enough lightest pinks? I have a little trouble in here. I need to define this. The bottom of this tulip. So I got at Trader Joe's, one of the reasons I wanted to go is because they're called tulip peonies, and they're really tulips that are like, have more, that are multifaceted, like more buds or whatever, more leaves. But I don't know if I love them. I'll have to go look and see how they look as they're opening up. I do love the pops of color. And if I go too far with this, I'll start to lose those. Maybe make that lighter. And this is very light over here. Soften the edge a little bit. I have those. I have many in my garden. They look beautiful as they open. I wish I lived near you. I would love to come take photos in your garden. There's that fun kind of green. Let's add a little bit more of that in here. Because why not? Ooh, yes. Maybe that's what I needed. I just needed a little bit more something fun. Can't wait to see it up close and take the whole screen. Beautiful. Yeah, I think I need to be finished. Just looking and thinking, because I think if I keep going, I'm going to lose all its je ne sais quoi thing. I don't know what I love about it. Okay, that's it. Put the paintbrush down. Sign it. And I'll show it to you up close. So there it is. Like, I love all those colors in there. That's what's so fun about it, is seeing all. Oh, wait, I see something. I see something here I want to adjust. It's a little hard-edged right there. There we go. That's better. So there's the painting. My colors, I did mix a little bit of this color, and I made lighter greens down here too, but otherwise that's what I did. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. I will save this. I have all this one, and well, it will be up there, but all my previous 5 years worth of these on my YouTube channel, which I need to work on. And if you're in my Inspiring Art group, hopefully I didn't forget to send out the email again today, but I'll be live on Zoom at noon. And we're going to paint a bunny with values. So I'll see you then. So thanks for coming, guys. Oh, and if you want to be on my newsletter list, just send me your email. I'd be happy to add you. Thanks for coming. It was fun. Happy Wednesday, and I'll see you again next week. Bye, everyone.